and beat the shit out of him.
He's just got to stand up.
He's got to get up to his feet. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we're back in mount, and if you forgot, one of the very first things I said is these elbows need to be in and squishing down, right? Why? As I'm sure you've probably figured out, is if your elbows are lazy here and your partner is bridging, go ahead, you actually end up bridging into a high mount position. I consider high mount when his elbows and his shoulder joint here is past 90 degrees. Okay, you okay? Yeah. Right, if he's lower than that, this kind of like mid-mount or mid-elevator, my sensei likes to call it. Really at this point here, like once I get to here, none of those techniques work now. And they don't work, like go ahead, grab the rib, try and bridge. Like oh hey, that was pretty good. Like you have to use a lot of muscle, right? Good thing you work out, right? So he did find it there, right? Which was good, but in that time, like it's easy to counter, it's easy to do a lot of things. If he goes and reaches for the rib and I just squish, see now nothing works again, right? So it's like there's so many different things about jits that you have to get good at. And this is why I think it's very important that you supplement your training to do a little bit of BJJ and still do some, say, self-defense or Gong Fu style ground fighting. So what if we get to that position though, where he's like kind of in between this mid-high? It's gonna do a whole bunch of different things, okay? For the camera, Erik's gonna grab his right hand, okay? But he's not gonna find the rib now. He's looking for the belt, and isn't that easier? Yeah. Both hands find it. So what he's trying to do now is he's really trying to counter to my center. This is like his last ditch effort. So before when we were low and we were squishing, when I postured up, his hand found my rib cage because it's right there. But now if it's higher up, and I start posturing to punch, see how easy his hands got to there? Guess what his answer is? Bridging. This time for the camera, he's gonna bridge over his left shoulder. So he's gonna punch hard with his right arm. But because I'm high up, it's not gonna be horizontal, it's kind of gonna be over top of his shoulder. Nice and slow, please. So he's bridging, I'm falling. Now notice how I've fallen again. I've posted out. But to put his knee all the way up here just doesn't make sense. So now he's gonna fight and he's gonna keep getting up to his knees. So he's gonna keep bridging all the way to his knees, and keep pushing. Hey, he's at a mount, right? So it's a super simple one. Again, we're not practicing this stuff beforehand to make it look good in the video, guys. I just slide down this way, right? We're just kind of going with what's natural so you can see like just the basics of what's happening. So again, if I'm squishing, it's one thing. If I'm posturing, it's another. Ideally, his hands are always being sticky with me, right? Chisao just means sticky hand. So if I use that reference, it just means find out where they are. So if I use jiujitsu against him though, I'm gonna stop the top of his head with my forearm. My other hand comes over, goes on top, and I'm gonna work my way up into that position. I love doing that to my students whose elbows are way up here. But if they do jits with me, I'm like, okay, let's fight a little, and I'll crush him up. Right there, once we get to that position, again, I'm still thinking of posturing, but his hands go to my belt. This prevents me from doing mount triangles or even mount arm bars. So again, he's gonna eat one this time though. So he's gotta go like the second I'm here and his hands find my belt, he's going right away and he's driving, boom, and he's back. Once we get to our feet or a knee and a foot, at least we're in a better position, okay? Train hard. Drive. So you lacked forward pressure there.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. The second that it's up, like this is the only one that I'm like, fuck you! Yeah. Like just going hard. Okay, so we played with a lot of different things in mount. Every time that we finish a training session, we test it. Okay, so that you know like, hey, that was really built into me through my training today, or that wasn't built into me so much, what am I gonna do? How much of a percentage that we're actually gonna attack each other with is whatever they're comfortable with. Kyle and Erik like beating each other up, so enjoy the show, right? You might get something really hilarious, right? Like I get to watch it all the time, it's super fun. And that's it, is make sure that you're training with an intensity level that you're both comfortable with so that you want to continue to come back and train again the next day. The way that I built the mountain program requires a very smart attacker. Sometimes Kyle knows more jiu-jitsu, so you may see Kyle being more of a jiu-jitsu style fighter on top, where he's looking for subs more, where Erik's maybe more of a puncher, so he's going to get into these positions, start dropping more punches. There's going to be things that come up that we didn't talk about today. There is so much training that jiu-jitsu can give you and options and different things that you can do. And then there's so much training that your training will give you that you should go back and practice. So when you guys do your minute rounds, that's what we're going to do right now, minute of intensity. Kyle's goal is to get back to his feet or get to a better position, aka guard. If he doesn't get to those positions, that's okay. Okay, he's just got to make sure that he works there. But it doesn't mean that the partner has to continue training at 100%. Right? Because Kyle outweighs Erik by, like, say, 40 pounds. He's going to win. Like, size matters, guys. With enough training, size doesn't matter as much, but size still matters. So Kyle, when he's on top, maybe more at like 60, 70%. And then if Erik's getting too much success and always getting back to his feet, then Kyle can turn it up a bit. Right? But like, you're going to gauge that with your partner and like work with each other, help each other get better. When your training partner gets better is when you get better. Okay, it makes a massive difference, right? That we're able to play with that quite a bit. So, but it takes time. So with this here is the good fighter, in my opinion, or really well-balanced fighter, tries to squish Kyle to get to a better position and then throw some bombs. And then as he's throwing bombs, he recognizes the technique and he counters the technique and tries to squish again, makes Kyle work for it using jiu-jitsu, and then goes up and throws some bombs. I want big punches though. I don't want tiny little muffin punches. I hate that shit. Like, oh, you slapped me in the face. Yeah, well, I'm about to smash you in the face, right? Like, make it realistic, because when you're in fights, you don't do little punches. You fucking wind up and you smash. Everybody does, no matter how much training you have. Everybody cocks their arm too far. Everybody gets into their muscular power. I want you guys to find your skeletal power as much as you can, but we'll see what happens. Enjoy the show. 1 minute round, boys.
So, the first skill? Or
beat the shit out of him.
He's just got to stand up.
He's got to get up to his feet. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Good, nice. Freeze, stop. So he's back into guard. Start again. Nice. Because the guard break from there is going to be a whole nother fight. What we want to train is what we did today, which is mount stuff. Right? Kyle just hugged him and he 8 shots to the back of the head. Those could be very dangerous shots. 3, 2, 1, go. Stop. Reset. Hopefully Kyle puts his arms on his chest so he can do some of his techniques from today. Instead, he's relying on muscle. He's grabbing the arms that are trying to punch him in the face. But that's because Erik's crazy and Erik's just trying to punch shit out of him and not use any jiu-jitsu at all. 3, 2, 1, go. Squish him. Squish him. Think of your mount. Where's your mount armbar, Erik? That's better. Now you're high mount. Now punch. Yes, good. Right? Now we're getting, oh yeah, we got half guard. Good. Remember, Erik, when you're on top, half guard equals punches. Big punches. Posture up. Oh, we lost it. Good. Stop. Reset. Back to his guard. Those are all pretty good. Get back under. That's like 45 seconds. Ready? Oh, you're getting tired. Come on, boys. Ready? 3. It's exhausting. 2. Squish him. Start squishing. Good. Sweep, sweep, sweep. His arms under your head. Oh, his arms are longer. Yes. Oompa right there. He got some training in. Again. That was only 5 seconds. He's got 10 more seconds. Ready? 3, 2, Erik. Yes, better. Go. Punch now. Punch. Posture up. Punch. Oh, the bridging works. Good. Nice. Let's switch roles. Nice. If Erik is smart, next time we film, hopefully Erik is on the bottom first. Because now Erik's tired. And he's got somebody who's heavier on top. His percentage of success is dropping dramatically. Again, down. Or new round. You'll learn as time goes on. Excuse me. Ready? Oh, yeah, Kyle. I want lots of jiu-jitsu from you, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Come on. Come on. Now punch him. Punch him. He's doing pretty good against the jits. Punch, punch, punch. Oh, his arms are caught. Get your arm back, Erik. You don't get your arm back, he's gonna do something with it. And now posture up and just punch, Kyle. Posture up, punch. See if he's got, yeah, oh, he's there. He's fighting for it. Nice, good, reset, good job. As you notice, Erik doesn't have lots of jits. Where has he ended up? Back on his feet. Kyle has more jits. Where has he ended up? In a different ground position. This happens, you're training, back down. Erik needs to find the center when he bridges. He's not finding the center of Kyle, and he's losing that fight. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, go, go, go now, go, go, go. Get away, why'd you try and grab him? Get away. Oh, Kyle's crazy. Good, nice, good, nice, that was good. Dirty exchanges, love it. Back down. It's exhausting, it's only like minute rounds. Last one, maybe. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, back take. Oh, but he spun into guard. Come on, Kyle, don't give him. Take his back, take his back, take his back, take his back again, Kyle. Too late, stop, good. Nice, Erik, way to fight out of that. One more, one more. Come on, fuck yeah, whatever, get back down there. It's hard, but it's okay. We gotta make it work, that's why they pay me. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yes, find a center again, bridge. Bridge right didn't work, bridge left. Trap it arm, grab it. Oh, he's trying some fucked up shit. What's he doing? What's he doing? We got ugly white belts coming. Oh, he's eating punches. He's trying to grab arms. Find his center. Oh, Erik's nice guy. Or Kyle's nice guy. Good. Nice. Good job, guys. Good job.
I love being a white belt. Yeah, you know, seriously, I actually do like that feeling of, I know so little, but that means there's so much to learn.
Yeah, I noticed too once you turn up the intensity, everything you remembered, like okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 is just like boom, out the window.
Well, and that's why it's important to know at what stage you're at, and you know, like I talk about in the digital seminar in a lot more details. It's like you have to be able to memorize something enough that you have the ability to teach it. Then, when you have the ability to teach it, start pressure testing it, and that's called like the performance. The flaws in your performance will bring out your technical flaws. So then you go back and you're like, oh, okay, I kept repping this out. And then you got to turn down the intensity to get there. But I think when it's a self-defense based focused program, like I'm not trying to build up an MMA fighter over 3 months. No. You know, I'm like, hey, like shit got real. Hopefully you remembered something, like grab some belts or grab some fat and bridge, right? Like I got this white belt and he heard me one day, he's like 17. He heard me one day, I was like, listen, anybody ever mounts you, just bridge. And that's all he does. It's super ugly and it's like not good, but he's just bridging and bridging and bridging and bridging and bridging. And the person on top can't actually punch him anymore because he's just worried about falling over. And it's like, well, isn't that really good self-defense? Like, he's not taking punches. The guy on top could use good jiu-jitsu and shut him down for sure, but it's that intensity. And we were just talking while they were catching their breath of like, we need to find this balance of like calmness under pressure. And it's really easy when you're in the best position, like top mount. When you're in the worst position, now it's like, it's hard. It's exhausting, especially if they weigh more than you, especially if they're stronger than you, especially if they're more skilled than you. Like, there's so many things that come into it. And I think that's where it's like communication with each other. Like, yo, turn it down a bit. I want to build some success. I've had a shitty day, and when I want to leave my training today, like feeling good, right? Or it's like, today, like I have one kid, he comes in, he's like, yo, beat the shit out of me today. And I'm like, yeah, cool, let's do it, right? And he doesn't really do a lot for his skill set, but his performance of what a fight might feel like he's leaving with something, right? Mm-hmm. So
I feel like I need to do more, just get the reps in. More of just drilling the technique, getting it down so that I'm not doing step 3 when I should be doing step 1.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, knowing you, imagine if you found that calmness in every part of your everyday life. Right? Because like you're really sporadic and going all the time and filling your day with so many things. And it's like, how many of us are doing the same thing? And it's like, if we can find calmness on the mats, like I tell my kids, like if you can be chill and a really good person in here and you know, you get punched in the face by accident, you're not mad. Like imagine you did that outside. like what we do in the dojo hopefully goes outside of the dojo, and hopefully we never have to fight, but if we get caught in that situation, but like easier said than done.
For sure.
And so many times martial arts is like a controlled, specific way to look at like everything within life. Like jiu-jitsu, for example, is the perfect example. If you go at it too hard and too rigid and not malleable, you don't win. Like you burn out, you get tired, and it's just like life, like your work day, right? If
Yeah.
you just go super hard all the time and you don't like look and read the environment and stuff, you burn out.
You'll never find balance. Exactly. You'll burn out, you'll have anxiety, you'll have depression, like all these things will get worse. You'll jump to an addiction or something. You want to say something?
I was actually just gonna say, I actually find when we're doing our privates and I'm training with Kyle, and just the extra weight that he has on me and the difficulty that I have with that, when I'm training in regular class, I feel light years better. You know, like the things that I couldn't get to execute on Kyle, I can execute on.
Yeah.
And I think baby stepping that to where I can then execute it on Kyle, even though you got 40 pounds on me, is one of my goals.
And I think it also goes the other way for Kyle, right? Of like, I'm consistently telling Kyle to stop using his power. Right? And like, it was once told to me through Wing Chun Sifu, like, Kevin, you're big, you're strong. He's like, imagine that you're a very small person and you don't have what was naturally gifted to you or you've worked hard for through strength training. So if I came in every day, like I'd tell Kyle, like, get the rep completed or the sequential pattern completed with the least amount of effort possible. And it's like, I call it lazy training, or not lazy training, like lazy jiu-jitsu in that case, of like, it's really just efficient. Like that's what we're breaking down, is be as efficient as you can in every step of every movement. You know, having discussion during my jits training today, it's like, I still feel like I'm such a baby in jits because I see that it's something you can train for the rest of your life. Like I'm a brown belt, I've trained 7 years, but like today I really felt my sensitivity increase for the first top 6 inches from my knee down. And I was like, man, that was so cool. And it made some of my passing better, it made my butterfly guard a little bit better, made my trapping in, let's say, like north-south better. Like it was just one little aspect. And I was like, man, I'm still such a white belt. Like you said, like so many years of training, and there's still so much more to learn. But really, at the end of the day, I think what we're trying to do, you know, push systems and ranks and everything behind, we're just learning to master our own body. And then when you master your own body, what I call proprioception, you know where your hands and your feet are in space. And then you know where your hips are in space, and your shoulders are in space, and your heads are in space. Once you get that, then go do it with somebody else. And arts like jiu-jitsu and Wing Chun, they really make you do that, right? And now, can you inflict your will on others? Well, only once you've mastered those. And I think in fights, we always try to inflict our will on others from the beginning. And I think that's usually what gets us caught up a lot, to be honest, on a self-defense aspect. So,
Well, that was a good session.
yeah, that was fun. So with mount, guys, like, there's never a perfect solution. I just gave you some options. You know, probably a couple months down the road, we'll do another video with a whole bunch of more mount stuff. Like, hey, hope you guys been training and checked out this new aspect of mount, right? Because you're only gonna know. Like, we can take that training today, and I have lessons for like 3 months for these guys. We could just do mount, but I find that a little boring. So we like to jump back and forth all the time and have fun. So yeah, awesome training, guys. Good job.
And for everybody watching, like, subscribe. Catch you next week.
Sweet.